Hello, and welcome to Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic. I'm Tracy Blevins, principal at Dade Elementary School, a blue ribbon school of excellence. We're so glad that you're with us today. We have a great show for you. I know you're just dying to see what we have today. We have Miss Allison Thompson and Miss Joni House. They'll be talking to you about pre-K and kindergarten registration coming up and all the things that you'll need to be prepared for that. And then I have two students with me today who are optimist, oratorical, and essay winners. So stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss this one. It's going to be a great one. Stay tuned.
NL Tax and Bookkeeping is ready to serve all of your tax needs. Nancy Anderton's been serving the tri-state area since 1978. Now you can get your taxes prepared with no out-of-pocket expenses. Ask about up to a $1,200 refund advance. It's fast, easy, safe, and convenient. NL Tax and Bookkeeping is open 8:30 a.m. till 6:30 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, and 8:30 a.m. till 2 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. Questions about the Affordable Care Act? We have those answers too. And we offer a free form price comparison. Experienced and professional tax services. NL Tax and Bookkeeping, 500 Alabama Highway 73, 7 miles from downtown Trenton. Call today at 706-657-4758 or 256-597-2829. NL Tax and Bookkeeping, 706-657-4758 or 256-597-2829.
Welcome to this segment of Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic. I'm Joni House. I'm a secretary and administrative assistant at Dade Elementary School. And this is Miss Allison Thompson, and I'm going to let her explain herself and talk about her. So, Allison, you go ahead.
I'm Allison Thompson, and I'm the pre-K coordinator, and I thought I'd tell you guys a little bit about our pre-K program. So it's such a wonderful program. It's called Bright from the Start, and we are so fortunate that we have excellent pre-K teachers with a lot of experience. And the program is really great for preparing students for being in that school environment. It's about readiness. It's about learning how to have social relationships, engagement, how to play, and how to be independent in the school environment and in the classroom. It's really focused on play-based learning, so you'll see students playing in center time while the teacher is there facilitating that play, doing pre-academic activities at the table, and the routine just sort of goes through that throughout the day.
How many classrooms do we have, Allison?
We have 4 pre-K classrooms.
Okay. Can you talk about maybe our teachers and their credentials and kind of let the audience know a little bit about our teachers and how wonderful they are?
Mm-hmm. All of our lead teachers are certified teachers, and each teacher has a parapro in the classroom with them. So you'll see 2 adults in the classroom. And like I was saying before, they just have a lot of experience. I know we have, one teacher who has been there at least, 10 years teaching in the program, and one who's a new lead teacher this year, but has been in the program for many years.
A lot of years.
15 plus,
at least,
is that correct?
At least. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we are very fortunate to have teachers with that kind of experience.
Well, I'd like to throw in there about some of our pre-K activities that they do as far as the participation in school. If your child comes to pre-K, they can ride the bus to and from school. It's just like with our regular students on a regular day, just like regular students. Our bell rings at 8 o'clock and it rings at 3:15. Pre-K students do have an option. If they're car riders, they can leave early. They can leave around 2:45. That's just an option for pre-K and some kindergarten students. But I'd like to throw that out there because our students that come in here, the parents are like, oh, they can ride a bus. And that's a really big thing. I know it sounds hard putting a 4 or 5-year-old on the bus, but trust me, by the middle of the year, it's really been beneficial for parents with their transportation and things. So I'd like to put that out there too.
And being a part of the pre-K program really opens up a lot of experiences for your child as well. They, as they go through their curriculum that they use throughout the year, they do, field experiences where they're going on field trips to places in the community, the post office, different things like that. It really opens up a lot for them.
It's a wonderful program.
It is. Can you tell us a little bit about the registration process?
Yes, I will talk about the registration process. We are going to be having early registration for next school year. We'll be doing that on March the 12th for kindergarten will start at 12 o'clock. Yeah, 12 o'clock from 12 to 1. We will have pre-K registration starting from at 1 o'clock, and it will last till 6 o'clock. So we will have registration all day. Registration we do an early registration because our number and our spots are limited in pre-K. We only have so many spots, and when those spots are empty, then, we have a waiting list. So it's anxious. We try to get that out there. So it's really pretty much first come, first serve. And we do like for the adult or the guardian to be that person that's responsible for registering their child. You will come to Dade Elementary. We'll start handing out applications at 1 o'clock, and we will go strong until 6 o'clock that night. The one thing you will have to hold the spot, and this is really the only thing you have just to hold the spot, would be a copy of your child's certified birth certificate. There are going to be other documents that if you've gotten a flyer, or if you want to call our school, we can give you that information. I'll go over it briefly, but the birth certificate will hold the spot. We will need, before school starts, you'll have to have the shot record, the dental vision hearing screening on those Georgia forms. We'd like to have a copy of that Social Security card. If you don't have the child's card, we do want the number. And I'm sure you can get that number off an income tax return or something, but just something that's got that child's number on it. And then we will have, every new student has to have a residency affidavit. And I will speak just a moment about that if I can. The residency affidavit is just proof of residence that you actually live in Dade County or in Georgia, really. So you would get that at the central office. However, as a courtesy for registration that day, we're going to have someone from the Board of Education at our school that day. So if you want to go ahead and take care of the residency part, then you're welcome to come. And if you just want to find out what they need, then you can come back before 6 o'clock and kind of finish that process up. But you'll need to bring a few things like your driver's license, if you have an insurance card that connects you with that child, a tag receipt, a mortgage statement, a rent statement, a utility bill. They'll ask for a couple of things, and you may already have that when you come, and they can go ahead and sign off on that residency affidavit that day, but that is something they'll have to have before school starts too. And don't let that hold you back from coming to register that child. Like I said, only that birth certificate will hold that spot, and then you'll have to work on these other things as the school period ends and before school starts during the summer. There is one other thing I wanted to talk about real quick, if you don't mind.
No, go ahead.
I wanted to talk about if there's any guardianship issues, parental issues, please bring those paperwork with you too. We want to make sure that that person is the right person that is signing those children up for pre-K. So bring that information with you, and we'll go forward with that. We do know that a lot of the medical forms, the vision, the hearing, the dental, the shot records, sometimes your child may not be quite old enough yet, and to have those updated forms done. We'll work with you on that. I don't want anything to hold you back from registering that child. So if you know of any children that are age eligible to come to our program, they must be 4 by September 1st. I will also mention that we have some 5-year-olds that attend our program that have never been through pre-K, and the reason they qualify for pre-K is because they've never been in pre-K before, and they still remain 5 years old by September 1st. It's just something, sometimes if they have those later birthdays, April, May, June, July, sometimes even August, it's better to hold them out another year to bring them back through. But I think I've covered pretty much of the most of the paperwork that we need. If you have any questions, I'll put a flyer up on the TV screen. You can see there. It's got our date and our time on there. If you want to call the school, we'll be glad to go over some of the information with you on the phone. Stop by the school and pick up a flyer. A lot of the information may not be quite visible, but feel free to call our school at Dade Elementary, and that number is 706-657-6165. And I'll turn it over to Miss Allison.
Well, we are really excited to have you guys come in and go ahead and do this pre-registration, and excited about next year. I'm looking forward to meeting everyone and all of our new students.
Yeah, thank you so much. All right, this is going to wrap up our kindergarten and pre-K segment about early registration. Don't forget, we need to get that word out there. We want to get those spots filled, but we also, want to get all those students that are out there that need to know about coming to pre-K. Thank you.
Thank you.
Landers McLarty Ford of Fort Payne is your destination for quality automobile service. Landers McLarty is second to none when it comes to service on your vehicle. You can drop by and see us on Glen Boulevard Southwest in Fort Payne. Call our service department at 256-845-1101 or schedule an appointment online at LandersMcLartyFordFortPayne.com. So whether you drive a Ford or any other make of car, SUV or truck, see our ASE certified and Ford factory trained technicians today at Landers McLarty Ford in Fort Payne. Looking around your home thinking it may be time for a new look? Let Comfort Gallery in Kimball help you make perfect choices for every room in your home. Living room, bedroom, dining room suites from all the major furniture manufacturers. If we don't have what you need in the store, browse our full-color interactive kiosk to find exactly what you need. And don't forget a new mattress set. After all, sleeping well makes everything better. At Comfort Gallery, we offer free delivery and setup, 1 year free layaway, and 6 and 12 months, same as cash. Comfort Gallery, 780 Main Street, 1 mile north of I-24, exit 152A in Kimball, Tennessee.
A small bank with big service. Citizens Bank and Trust, offering a wide range of services including online banking. Pay your bills, manage your account anytime, 24 hours a day. Your account balance is only a phone call away as well at 657-1234. Or visit our convenient locations. Lookout Mountain, Georgia, Higdon, Alabama, on our main branch on Highway 11 in Trenton. Citizens Bank and Trust, 657-5678. A community bank that believes in the community. Citizens Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Georgia Northwestern Technical College is now accepting applications for classes. We offer programs in business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 campus locations with financial aid options as well. Take day, evening, or online classes to get your degree, diploma, or certificate. Apply now. Drop by one of our campuses today or check us out at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College.
Spring is just around the corner and your lawn care and decisions about lawn care are soon to be on the horizon. Let me tell you about a good, dependable lawn care service that's ready to provide you honest, dependable lawn care and at a reasonable price. Holman's Lawn Care is ready to maintain your yard this spring. Call Denny Holman at 423-280-6495. Denny will be happy to provide you references and a free estimate. From residential to commercial, each lawn will be done with their personal commitment. Don't put your lawn care decision off any longer. Call Holman's Lawn Care, 423-280-6495.
Welcome back to Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic. I have a very special guest with me today. Why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Yvonne Duplessis.
And who's your teacher, Yvonne?
Miss Wiedmer.
And what grade are you in?
4th grade.
That's right. We had him come today because he won a very special competition. What was that competition? Do you remember?
Yes. The oratorical contest.
Yes, the Optimist Club here in Trenton provide an opportunity for our students to participate in an oratorical competition. And Yvonne won, what place did you win?
2nd place.
2nd place, that's right. Can you tell everybody at home, what was the topic of the speeches that you had to write?
Just imagine a world without boundaries.
Okay, so I thought it would be a great idea to have our 2nd place, and then Dade Elementary also had the 1st place winner, so we'll have her come on next. But I know you're going to enjoy this wonderful speech that Yvonne has worked on so hard, and so Yvonne, I'm going to let you take it away.
Just imagine a world without boundaries. Well, I can imagine that. My parents like traveling to unusual places. So, I've been to Cuba, India, South Korea, and the Middle East. I lived in South Africa until 4 years ago, and now I'm here, talking to you in Trenton, Georgia. History is one of my favorite subjects, and I love Abraham Lincoln. In the Gettysburg Address, he spoke of a new birth, of freedom. And freedom is what a world without boundaries really is about. But I can just imagine what Honest Abe would have said if I told him we could be in China tomorrow. He would have said I was crazy. That's because we need technology to make our dreams reality. Another American hero, Walt Disney, said, "If you can dream it, you can do it." We've had some big dreams, like walking on the moon, doing organ transplants, cloning sheep, and building Disneyland. Awesome! This makes me think that a world without boundaries really exists in our minds, and freedom does too. I was lucky to grow up with another hero, Nelson Mandela. He was in prison for 27 years for his beliefs and was treated very badly. But he became the president of South Africa. When he was released from prison, he realized if he was angry and bitter towards the people who put him there, he'd still be in prison. So he chose to forgive them. And in doing that, he brought love to a country that was ready for civil war. This reminds me of my King Charles Cavalier Spaniel puppy, Lenny. He is so loving and thinks everyone is his friend. The other day, we took him for a walk, and another dog bit his rear end. Lenny was confused, but he did not get angry. He just looked at the dog like he was thinking, "What's wrong with you?" Then he licked him and kept on walking. Just imagine a world where more people are like Lenny. So, what do Abraham Lincoln, Walt Disney, Nelson Mandela, and Lenny have in common? They all know that all problems can be solved if we commit to love and freedom. But what problems do we have in our world? War, poverty, climate change, to name just a few. It seems that we need to find the solutions in our minds first, and then invent the technology to make it reality. I believe in a world without boundaries, and I know it's just a matter of time before we find solutions to these problems. But it's not up to the politicians, world leaders, and inventors only. We all have to commit to a more loving and imaginative attitude. We have to let go of the fear that tells us other people are too different to be our friends. We have to believe that we can treat one another and the planet with respect. We have to be like Lenny.
Wonderful speech, Yvonne. And I would love to meet Lenny. I mean, when I hear that speech, I just think, I want to meet that little pup. I bet he's a sweet one.
Yep.
And those are such wonderful words and such a beautiful speech.
Thank you.
Beautiful speech. We just found out that the next level of competition will actually be here in Trenton. So if you'd love to see Yvonne give his speech again in competition with other students from around our area, you can be at the Trenton City Hall on March 21st at 12 o'clock. They'll be delivering their speeches again. And when we come back, we'll have our first place winner. She also came from Dade Elementary, so stay tuned.
The Big Jet Fly. I need somebody. Get back, honk a cat. Where you talking about? Time I go. 8, 5, 4, 6, 2, 4. Rolling on the river. The Big Jet fashions and gas, gas, gas. Till I reach the highest ground. The Big Jet Fly. WFLI.
A good lawyer personally leads his clients through every step of the personal injury case process. Paralegals, investigators, and staff cannot be substituted for the professional guidance of an actual trial lawyer. Often the most important interview with a client is the first interview. Many firms send an investigator or staff person to conduct the first client meeting. At the Bandy firm, Sean Richardson or Marshall Bandy will always be there to interview you and discuss your case during the first meeting and every meeting thereafter. Utilizing 65 years of combined trial experience, attorney Sean Richardson and Marshall Bandy will be there to guide you every step of the way. If you've been injured due to the negligence of another, call the Bandy firm today. They'll be with you every step of the way. The Bandy firm, 706-935-STEP, or on the web at bandylaw.com. The Bandy firm, every step of the way. 706-935-STEP. That's 706-935-7837.
Come enjoy pizza for lunch or dinner in a family-friendly atmosphere at Stevie B's Pizza in Fort Payne. Enjoy the buffet and salad bar anytime, or have a specialty pizza made to order. At Stevie B's, take advantage of Two-Stamp Tuesday for adult and senior buffets, and Thirsty Thursdays when drinks are free after 4 p.m. Take out any medium pizza weekdays between 2 and 5 for just $4.49. And on the weekends, take out any 2 large pizzas just $14.99. Book your parties now by calling Stevie B's at 256-979-1234. Stevie B's Pizza, 2200 Galt Avenue North, Fort Payne. The Moore family name has built a legacy of trust, compassion, and peace of mind by standing with families during time of loss. Now in our 70th year, the Moore family commitment grows even stronger, from affordable, traditional services to cremation. Our experienced staff stands ready to follow through on you and your family's wishes. Since 1945, the Moore family of funeral homes, North Sand Mountain and Trenton, always dedicated to those we serve.
Welcome back to Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic. And like I said, I've got our first place winner here for the oratorical contest. I'll let her introduce herself.
I'm Kira Strickland.
Kira, and who's your teacher and what grade are you in?
I'm in 5th grade, and my teacher is Miss Powers.
And I know you enjoyed our last speech. You're really going to enjoy this one, so I'm going to let Kira go right ahead.
Just imagine a world without boundaries. Today, I'm going to talk to you about a world without boundaries and some pros and cons of how I think it'll affect us all. One side of me thinks it'd be awesome to not have any boundaries. To me, it means no school, so I don't have to do homework or go to bed early. I could go to bed late and watch TV or play video games all night. I could sleep in late without getting up for an early event and stay in my pajamas all day and read my favorite books. I could eat whatever I wanted. I can even eat my favorite cake for breakfast and ice cream for dinner. I would never have to clean my room or do chores around the house again. I could drive a car as soon as I could see over the steering wheel, and I wouldn't have to wear the annoying seatbelt anymore. Oh, and I could have any pet I've ever wanted. I've always wanted a baby koala bear. I could have 10 baby koala bears, and they could all live in my room. It'd be a dream come true. The other side of me thinks it'd be horrible to not have any boundaries. In my eyes, it'd be scary because boundaries help protect us in the world we live in. I would stay awake all night worrying about what would happen. I mean, in a world without boundaries, there's nothing to protect the animals from poachers. That means millions of animal species would go extinct. I don't want elephants to disappear. Do you know 55 African elephants are killed each day? That means 20,000 are killed each year. Can you imagine how many would be killed if there were no law at all protecting them? I think they'll go completely extinct in a year. It's not just elephants I worry about. It's the tigers and sea turtles too. Did you know people poach sea turtles to make jewelry out of their shells? Without laws in place, it's not just animals that will suffer. I believe our environment will suffer as well. Littering will no longer be a crime, so people could use anywhere they wanted as their trash can. We would live in filth, which would pollute our air and drinking water. That'd poison us and make us all sick. Without laws in place, there would be pyromaniacs running around burning down the forest. I mean, look how devastating the wildfires in Australia have been in that country, with over 12 million acres burned down last year and still continuing. Don't even get me started on the millions of animals that were killed. In a world without laws, there would be so much stealing. No one's business would be safe from people taking whatever they wanted because there would be no consequences. So, I believe people would have to close down their shops or businesses, or would have to take the path to violence to protect what is theirs. I believe so many important jobs would be gone. People go to work to make money. But in a world without boundaries, would money still have value? If not, then who would put out the houses when they catch on fire? Who would we call if we were in trouble or needed help? Who would we call if we were sick and needed somebody to heal us? In a world without boundaries, there'd be no police officers to answer their call, or no nurses, or no firefighters. It's not just police officers and firefighters we'd miss. We'd miss the little things too, like going clothes shopping or going to our favorite restaurants for breakfast. No pancakes? No thank you. In closing, I would like to leave you with a quote by Brené Brown. Daring to set boundaries is having the courage to love ourselves, even when we risk disappointing others. Brené Brown's words reminded me that it'd be nice if I could stay in bed all morning and go to bed late or eat cake and ice cream every day for dinner. But this wouldn't be good for my health. So, the next time your mom or dad tells you to get more exercise or eat more vegetables, it's not to hurt you. It's to make sure you're healthy and safe. And it's because they love you, of course. Not to mention, a kid with 10 koala bears and driving a car with no seatbelt, not very smart. I don't even think it's a good idea to have a house with no boundaries, much less a world without boundaries.
Great job, Kira. Now you can see why she took first place. We're so proud of her at Dade Elementary. I know her parents are too. And like I said in the last segment, our next level of competition will be at the Trenton City Hall, and it'll actually be on Saturday, March 21st, and it's at 12 o'clock. So if you want to hear these great speeches again and hear some other great speeches from some other students around our area, you don't want to miss that. Trenton City Hall on March 21st at noon. All right, so Kira, also, you won another competition. What was it?
The oratorical essay.
She's like a rock star here, okay? She won the Optimist essay contest, didn't you?
Yes.
So we don't have a lot of time, but I would like for Kira to possibly read us like maybe the first 2 paragraphs, just so you can kind of get a taste of what kind of writer she is too. She's not just a great speech deliverer, so go ahead and do that.
Okay. Is optimism the key to achieving the dreams you imagine? Henry Ford once said, if you think you can do a thing, or you think you can't do a thing, you're right. I think this well-known quote means that when you have confidence and optimism, you're probably going to have a high chance of succeeding at your goal. But if you're negative and pessimistic, you're probably going to fail your task. Have you ever read the book The Little Engine That Could by Waddy Piper? In the story, the toys are trying to make it over the mountain to the boys and girls on the other side. Unfortunately, the engine they're on breaks down. They asked several engines that passed by them for help, but they denied them. Until the little blue engine comes along. She had never been over the mountain because she was so small. But when she was given the chance to help, she couldn't refuse. Even though she was a bit nervous to start with, she wanted to help them desperately. So she used the power of positivity and repeated the words, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, to get her over the mountain. Without her desire to help and her positive mindset, the toys would have never made it over the mountain to the boys and girls.
Wow. I can see why that essay won as well. That is just amazing writing. Kira, how did you get to be such a great writer?
Well, I read a lot at home, and I really love writing.
Yeah, because reading and writing, those two things are connected. So if you read a lot, you should be able to write very, very well. And that's definitely true for you, Kira. I cannot wait to see what this young lady's going to do in middle school and high school. We are so blessed to have her at Dade Elementary, and I can't wait to see what her and Yvonne will actually be doing at the next level of competition. I'm feeling another win on that one. So we're so grateful that you joined us today for Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic. Please stay tuned. We'll have awesome more shows coming up for you next month. So thank you, and we hope you enjoyed our show.